Another year has gone by and we find ourselves sitting at the top of a roller coaster looking down. Are we filled with apprehension and anxiety as to the financial challenges that are to come? Maybe, but why is that? And moreover, how do we actually want to feel when we inevitably rush down through the thick white clouds of this year and ever onward towards the future? Well, I would like you to join me in setting up 5 financial goals for 2020, and in so doing, to throw off this weight of apprehension and anxiety, and to not just experience this year, but to actually live it as well. So, without further ado, here are 5 top financial goals for you to aim for during 2020. Number 1. Start tracking your expenses. Taking the time to actually track what you spend your money on, why you spend your money, and how much you spend your money can really make a difference to your bank balance. This is because, and you may not even notice it, but we all buy things on a kind of autopilot. And what's more, the large corporations know this and are more than happy to separate you from your hard-earned cash. Think about it for a second. Every time you walk through a mall or a supermarket, or even when you shop online, how many of the items that you purchase do you really need? I would be very confident that most of the items you buy are what we call discretionary purchases. This means your motivation for buying is driven purely by personal taste and probably how you are feeling at any given moment in time. This can be a problem, of course, because we all go through ups and downs during not just the day, but the entire year. So clearly, being able to track your spending patterns can be very useful in terms of achieving your financial goals. So how can we do this? Well, it really doesn't take much. For example, try to create an Excel spreadsheet, or use a tracking app on your phone, or just go completely old school and use a simple notepad to write down your purchases. The more you simply take notes of your spending on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month basis, the more aware you will become, and the closer you will move towards achieving your other financial goals. Number 2. Start budgeting your expenses. This may sound obvious, but it usually goes out of the window, particularly if you do not follow tip number 1. Once you have a handle on how, why, and on what you are spending your money, you can then start to think about taking back control in the form of budgeting. Now, budgeting is a bit like eating your vegetables. You know you need to do it, you know it's good for you, but you just don't feel like doing it. Or there are a million other possible reasons why you're not able to start budgeting your expenses right now. Well, by all means, budgeting is not mandatory. There is no official requirement for regular people to set up a budget. But trying to reach a financial goal without it is like trying to build a house without a foundation. Things slowly start to slip, sink, and crumble until the whole endeavour eventually collapses. So how do you set up a budget? The first step is to understand what money is coming in and what money is going out. Once you do that, you will have a picture of your own financial situation, and it's from this view that you can then take control and match your spending to your own budgetary constraints. These constraints are the costs of living, like for example your rent, utility bills, groceries, car repairs, etc. Having a picture of what money comes in and what money goes out will then allow you to analyze ways to cut those costs which are not essential or very important to you and the way you live your life. Now, this can of course be very difficult. However, if you really question yourself and your purchasing choices, you'll be surprised how many costs you'll be able to cut. It just takes a bit of time and self-reflection, but once you set up a budget, you will then be able to achieve the next financial goal on our list. Number 3. Start saving. Saving money is a really important goal to have. These days, it is so easy to see your money disappear like it's blown away on the wind. This is because we all have costs and bills to pay for. We also like to enjoy our lives. And so our propensity, inclination, or in other words, our urge is to spend, not save. But if you save regularly, you'll quickly see your bank balance rise and rise. Every little saving can really add up over time. To start with, you just need to get into the habit of putting a little bit of money into a savings account. This can be done whenever you choose, but it's a good idea to do this around your payday. It doesn't have to be much. 5 to 10% of your income is a good amount. How much you put in will naturally depend on how much you can afford to save. As time goes by, your savings will grow, and what's more, by stashing them in savings accounts, you will earn interest on top. This is a percentage amount, and it will depend on the kind of savings accounts you choose. Saving your money will create a kind of financial tool, which in turn can be used in times when you really need it, as well as of course attaining your other financial goals. Number 4. Think about how to make extra money this year and act on it. When people think of making extra money, they usually think about working an extra job and really running themselves into the ground, both from a mental and physical perspective. But this perspective is rather outdated as it relates to what's known as active income. There is another way, and it is called passive income. Passive income is essentially income that you earn without really doing much to earn it. Of course, nothing in this life truly comes for free, and so it does actually take some initial effort and cost to begin with and to maintain, but once you set it up, you can actually be earning money whilst you sleep. So with this in mind, why don't you do it too? Think about how you can make extra money this year. Lay out the steps you need to take and then simply do it. To dare is to dream, and dreams are made reality when we act on them. Why don't you also go and check out our dedicated video, What is Passive Income, for more information. Number 5. Learn about investing. Saving money is a great way of putting money aside and giving yourself options for the future without taking on any kind of risk. However, you might have noticed that it is a pretty pedestrian way of growing your money. And this is why we recommend looking into passive income avenues as well, including the furtive and often volatile world of investing. Investing basically means putting your money into some form of asset or capital in the hope that you will earn some level of financial return. Investing is different to saving because it takes your money and puts it into the more dynamic areas of the economy, where it can either be used to generate a profit or lost to the rough seas of the financial markets. Having investments can earn you a lot more money compared to having savings, but, and it's a big but, it does involve a degree of risk, and there is never any guarantee that you'll get your money back. The world of investing can be intimidating, but as we always say here at CashBright, it is designed to intimidate you, so don't be. Look past the ridiculously technical terms, and you'll see these investment products for what they truly are. The more you learn, the more confident you will become, and the better your investments will perform. Please note though that you must exercise caution when it comes to investments because, of course, the economy, markets, and your investments can go down just as much as they can go up. We hope you have enjoyed this video and that it has helped you focus your mind on reaching your financial goals for 2020. If you want to stay up to date with our channel and all of our upcoming videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.